What's a harsh truth about women that you think men should know in this video? Okay, that you think we should know in this video today. A harsh truth about women that you think we should know, us as men.
Surely. Unataka ni talk for all the women?
Take your time, yeah, take your time.
Hey Fabian, no, I don't know.
You don't know a harsh truth about women?
Unajua?
I'm not a man.
It's maybe
about relationships.
When interacting in a lot of people, actually, you ask people, so maybe walikwambia something, because for me.
Okay, sir. There's one girl that I interviewed. Acha nikujibie basi.
Thank you.
Ngeniambia hivyo.
Or you could have just asked me, then I answered.
Okay, yeah, for sure. What's one harsh truth about women that you think men should know? And then you'll...
Women?
Yeah, about women. Or men. You can start with men.
What is the harsh truth that
about men
that you think
women should know?
About men? Yeah. Okay, let me say one when it comes to dating, because you are a lifestyle podcaster.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
You know, when it comes to dating, a man always has that one particular girl that they have stayed on with for so long, but the decision not to marry that girl was already made years ago.
Oh my God!
Or even one day after dating. So you'll always find a man always having that one particular girl whom they always keep, and they don't want that girl to have another man, and they treat that girl like though is even the wife, or maybe it's a woman they want to marry.
Lord.
But at the end of the day, they don't want to end up with that woman. That's how you find that they've even dated for a couple of years, like 5 years. Then 3 months in meeting another new girl, he already marries that girl.
Very young, you know?
It is always a peculiar character to most men.
Most men.
Even you.
I can explain though. But his own point of view, not my point of view. Okay, so according to me,
it makes sense though. But
it always happens.
Okay, I have a question.
In fact, the only time the man ends up to marry that woman is because maybe his options have failed.
Oh Lord.
Right?
Okay, I agree with you at some point, but my question
is always happened. Every man has, they do. The reason why I had to say it is because we had that conversation today, and I have had a couple of friends, Lisa, like, hey, uko na ude man, niko na yeye tu lakini sina na yeye, siko na yeye, like,
hata nikiwa na yeye
sitamuoa, exactly. They make that thing, but in the real sense, they enjoy the company of that girl. So the reason why they keep that girl is because number one, they enjoy the company. It might be, maybe the intercourse.
Okay, that brings a question. That brings a question over here. When do you think is the perfect time to, like, let's say this is my girl, I can marry her?
Anytime. In fact, I always tell things as a man, if I can be on a date with you for even 2 hours, and I already know if I want to marry you or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I always find it.
I think also for me,
Trust
it's so easy to tell. Like, you can tell within the 5 minutes of interaction. Like,
in fact, things such as 3 months, that is even a very big allowance for.
I'll think about it.
But it is very. I hear a lot of women asking that, saying that, let's date for a year and everything. But I always advise women this, that. Okay, date, not 2 hours like the ridiculous I'm saying. Okay, date for 6 months, 7 months. Try even maybe living with them for a couple of weeks and all. Get to know each other. But the moment it elapses like a year, start asking the serious conversation. Uliza huyo mwanaume, hey, how are we going? How are we planning to marry? The problem with most girls, they also stay silent, and they also say like, let's do this, let's date for even 4 years, 5 years. Then you as a woman, you waste your young beauty years. Let's say imagine being 21 as a woman, you are seeing a guy for 7 years. Then you're waiting for 7 years to ask him, are we going to marry? You hit rock bottom of 29. And this society perception that ukianza kufika 29, you're starting to...
Not even 29, as soon as you graduate, I'm sure even your father asks, where's the girl? Where's the man?
Yeah. No, I'm saying the perception of I'm saying the perception of people saying that women expire or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
that literally even is wasting your time.
People create so much value on the age of a woman.
What's one thing peer pressure can't let you do as a girl? Take your time.
Hey. Peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure can't let you do.
hookups.
But also,
Hey. Because,
alafu ni nyamaza waseme she does that. Lakini nilikuwa nataka kujump niseme tattoos lakini nikakumbuka that's a big lie.
you love tattoos. You have one.
The story for another day.
Tattoo. You have one in this video. Do you have one? Vivian has a tattoo.
Hey, mamangu anaweza watch nini? Lakini ulikuwa umeniuliza nini?
What's one thing peer pressure can't let you do?
One thing peer pressure can't let me do. Sijui.
You don't know. Me personally is doing drugs. I know mtaniingililia but
Define drugs.
Yeah.
okay, drinking and smoking. Yeah, type C. I know you guys are gonna make this hadi ataniambia jibambe sahi utakufa. Mwingine ataniambia sijui, but that's my point of view. One thing peer pressure.
Are not
Okay, they are not bad. I'm not judging. I'm not saying they're bad. That's one
Let me tell
thing.
you something. There was someone who said an interesting thing that it is not drug addiction. It is just humans dealing with human suffering.
According to me, I just don't know how to even start.
Me personally don't think drugs is don't use drugs, but I don't think drugs is a bad thing. Ikishafika kwa point of abuse, that's when it becomes bad. Lakini even the Bible, yeah, it says a little whatever is good for the
Okay,
nation.
and now the question was, what's one thing peer pressure can't let you do as Fabian? Doing drugs, period. I'm not like disagreeing with your point of view. I'm not disagreeing with your point, but that's my point of view.
But
Yeah.
niko na swali.
Uliza.
Sasa when sasa umesema ati doing drugs and stuff, do you find it sasa hard to interact with people when you're gonna do drugs because you don't?
Hey.
No, he's always in clubs. I've seen. him
Yeah,
a couple of
actually,
times.
I have 90% of my friends do drugs. Literally, I have my circle do. Okay. Let me not do drugs.
I'm not part of that circle.
Actually, uliniona aje hiyo club? Actually, I've been
I was meeting a
socializing.
client in that club.
Which
Fabian.
client? Which
That's my
client?
question.
Okay, ask.
Let me rephrase my question.
Rephrase it.
Una feel kama like when you don't do drugs, does it influence the kind of people you date and stuff?
Dating though to look your part, but let's say friendship.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now basically
What's
me.
Naruka dating?
Wait, Siurila. So according to me, I have a lot of friends who like drink, who smoke. Actually, my best part in life is socializing with drunkards. Okay, let me not tell you drunkards.
Fabian, don't act ni kama hujai tugombanisha. But
Okay.
I want to do better.
When you see me in a club, you'll always see me vibing very well. Utakuja tu niambie, haujakunywa pombe? Nikwambie no, I haven't drunk. Mtu mwenye ako close to me atakwambia, Fabian haezi. I get. But my best part kwanza ni wao wakiwa in the influence na mimi tukiwa hapo, we are dancing, we are enjoying, like that's the so I don't judge them. I actually respect their point of view that they do drugs.
We also respect your point of view.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't isolate myself from people who do drink or do
Jibu
smoke.
swali yangu.
Okay, swali yako ni gani hiyo?
Ulisema tuachane na dating, sasa tuachane tu nayo.
Yeah. According to me, yeah, it's that. Tulijibu yako. What's something
Yeah.
pressure can't let you do? Okay, so
I know. We did not.
We didn't.
what's something peer pressure can't let you do?
I think just those drugs and all.
Rewind. I have evidence. I'm gonna attach evidence. I'm gonna attach evidence on top.
You know, when they mention peer pressure, definitely most people will always just think about drugs.
Yes.
Because that is what we've been conditioned to just think peer pressure comes along.
Yeah.
But you know, there are a lot of things.
Yeah, even
even your own peer group can actually derail your confidence as a person. So for me, people I interact with, I never want them to derail my confidence on whatever I am doing.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're doing content and your friend is laughing about it, or somebody is saying this. So I never let that peer influence how I'm supposed to be acting or doing.
Lakini umesema very valid point, especially when umesema ati you're doing something and your friend is saying this and stuff.
Exactly.
I think inakwanga a very bad thing.
Yeah, and a very
Me
demoralizing
feel
one.
like most of the time, even if you're doing something, so long as it makes sense to you, even if it does not make sense to your friend, they
Exactly.
still should support what you're doing. It does not have to make sense. to
Absolutely.
them.
For sure.
And in fact,
Right.
why would you hate on someone for trying?
Yeah.
Trying, someone who's trying something.
Mm-hmm.
And all those people whom you think are great are not people, or people whom you cannot laugh at. At one point, they started just the same way. So why can't you also think that this friend of yours would also become great one time,
Yeah.
just like these other people that you worship and you think are better?
Yeah.
So sometimes our influence, our peer influence on our friendship, sometimes are a cage for our development. You see,
Yeah.
that's why sometimes if you look at, I'm using the issue of content creation so much because that's what we've interacted with Fabian a lot. If you look at the issue of content,
And the support that you get from your friends.
I'll give you an example. Like for me, I started the issue of content creation on TikTok, majorly on legal issues. Okay, that is a topic that has not really been explored by most advocates and most lawyers. So sometimes you see law is a very traditional kind of course or field, whereby people are taking things so serious that a TikTok sounds so silly to most advocates or maybe senior counsels. And
Yeah,
all.
what do you mean?
So the moment I recorded my first video, then I was there bringing up legal issues, and some advocates were like, "Adrian, this is so cringe. Why are you talking about these issues and all?" And there's my friends and my circle. But then they see the videos are now going viral. I remember my TikTok account was 4 months old and I got about 60,000 followers. I had about 2 videos that are 1 million
1
views
million views.
each. There was one even that went viral a lot. Now, after they see the progress that you've made, I remember there was one particular advocate. He started a TikTok account personally for his own law firm, doing the same thing
The same thing that you did.
that I was doing.
Yeah.
But few days ago, it was very cringe to that.
They were
individual.
against it.
They were against it. This is not what we do as lawyers. Lawyers were very classy people, and or you can't be talking about certain controversial topics and all. So you see, that circle of viewers should never have that peer influence on what you want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
The only choice they have is to support you entirely.
And actually, in addition to that, you can earn actually in content creation. You can get some brand deals.
A lot.
Yeah, so
in fact,
people don't think outside the box.
Can I
It's
tell
just-
you? I got a brand deal with Pulitzer Center. It's a
You see?
NGO. They told me to make 3 videos to talk about it was issue of ocean climate change.
Thank you.
They paid me 150,000.
Hey, watakunyonga though. It was 150. You see?
So, but it's not even just about someone paying you directly.
Yeah.
It's just that
Like thinking it in another point
yeah,
of view that you
that
can
platform of TikTok is also a platform for you to show your competency.
Yeah, to
Tuseme people who are very professional kama sisi, ma lawyers ama nini. It is a platform yenye someone can know that huyu jamani ni competent because he has
Yeah.
spoken so well about a certain topic.
Certain topic.
Unajua, the moment you have a degree, someone will not know you're competent, or someone will not come to you just
Until
because
you prove
you have,
it.
You have a
until you
degree.
prove to them that you're brilliant. So like very big lawyers, Orengo, Otiende Amolo, we see them as brilliant because we've been seeing them on TV,
You see what
Yeah.
they're
we have
doing.
been seeing them publicly, newspapers and all.
Yeah.
So it's the same to social media. That's the same thing I would want to do as a platform to show people that
Yeah, for sure.
I read about this.
But for me, I think, especially for any person who anajaribu to get into content creation or even podcasting as a thing, one thing you need to learn ni most of the time, like 90% of the time, you're not going to feel the love from the people you know.
You're not.
It's strangers.
You are not.
who
In fact,
always
strangers will support you.
And even
More than your
will support you more than your closest
you try
friends.
to like disappear because they do that a lot. You disappear for like a month and somebody's still like, Kwani, what's happening?
Exactly.
And your friend is not even noticing.
Your friend is- in fact,
Hey.
even the good thing about you see, if you have a viral clip, you'll have that thing whereby most people will react to to the video, especially on your DMs or requests.
Yeah, because
So you'll get thousands of people telling you, "Hey, Adrian, thank you for educating me on this topic."
Yeah.
But my friend who has seen my video on my status before I've even posted it on my TikTok
can't even repost. Don't
can't
repost.
even. Yes, he has learned, he has felt it inside that, Adrian, this is brilliant, but he would never even tell you that.
That's amazing.
Reply, repost,
I
or you
don't
see the
imagine-
liking or anything.
Yeah,
I
nice.
think
He will just.
I think that's a challenge you are facing as
for me
content creators.
personally, maybe I think I'm one person when you wanna value my friendships a lot.
Ah,
And
kabisa.
also when you're not feeling that, some people like maybe they're
It is-
not.
It is, and
feeling like I'm doing
in friendship
something
there are
that-
people you expect. No, I don't expect like everyone. I
Yeah,
have a lot
like-
of people who just view my status.
Yeah, but kuna
Like that is
people-
my
yeah,
classmate. I don't expect something from it.
From-
But if I'm hanging out with you every day
Every
like
day.
Fabian or something, I expect a certain kind of, involvement in,
In
what
what
we
I'm
all
doing.
are doing. So
Yeah, for
there is a certain kind of disappointment you get from your friends.
And I
Actually,
think-
remember there's a day you went to K24.
K24.
You remember that day?
Yeah.
Before you went, I texted you and told you, go represent us. Talk the things that you are the challenges that you are facing as youths. Go
Definitely.
represent, and actually you did
hiyo
the
kitu
better thing.
huwa ina break somebody's moral vibaya
It
sana.
breaks, and I've seen a lot of people, it breaks them a lot.
Alafu pia kuna kwanga na hizi instances zenye girlfriend is not telling, lakini when people say negative things about
Anakuja
anakuja kumwambia,
kukwambia.
nani alisema hivi, so I'm like, why the fuck are they so confident
So
to tell
they
you
would
that?
be
What did you
confident
say?
to tell you about negative things,
Yeah,
but not
lakini-
really the
yeah.
positive things that
Just
are
like,
are
nani
supposed to
said
cut
this and this,
some
so like,
So-
okay, why are they
So for me,
confident
whenever I
with
see
that?
young people, I always just try to encourage them, because I'm in the same shoe. Most people actually think I'm way older, but I'm just 21, 22 like you.
22.
That is why when I met Fabian, there was a time nilikuwa nakopepa neno na content creation. I was
Yeah,
like,
actually we were to go to tulikuwa tupatane
go for
Genz.
it, go for
Nakumbuka
it.
Genz,
Yeah, then
tulikuwa
they
Genz,
invited
but
me, but
hukuja.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
go.
Actually hapo nilikuwa tupatanange.
I was like, I love your videos, bro. Go on. Because I was like, get me a street interview that you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I already saw what you were doing.
But your potential, yeah, like
Like, it's so good. I've seen a couple of ones that I've had a lot
It's
of
good.
videos.
okay, actually let me now open up in this video. Time to open up. Actually,
Roho.
when I started content creation, I was so skeptical. Like, can I do this? Or even if I do a video, najificha kwa njia. Sitaki kuonekana. Nikianza when I was doing the game, najificha tu.
Kwa hiyo ukifikiria ku approach mtu, you're crazy.
Let me give you a scenario. Kuna siku unasimamisha mtu anakuambia na 5 people na unaenda home haujafanya video. Na ulikuwa na hiyo morale ya kufanya video.
Guys.
So nikakaa chini nikasema nitakuwa na stress kwa nyumba yangu juu sija approach, nikasema how should I deal with this situation. Nikakaa chini nikasema I'm supposed to deal with anxiety. Ndio tu ku approach mtu politely like, hi Vivian, hi, my name is Fabian, like, I'm a content creator, can we do an interview? Just politely with no nini mtu aje pressure, composure at its fullest. Exactly. Akikataa pia ni sawa.
Sawa.
So that's something that I dealt with around for around 1.5 years. I dealt with such a thing. So nimepatananga na watu wengi wanani DM like, Fabian, I want to start content creation, taanza aje? Nawaambia wewe sasa what kind of content creation nataka kuanza and how to start na advice. So ikifikanga ni hiyo part ya ku approach mtu na mpe hiyo guideline na mwambie usiogopa, akikataa at the end of the day au mjui si akulishi si amekata with maybe the reasons. Respect that na utafute mtu mwingine. So ni kitu nilijaribu ku deal with it.
Yeah, like you did not let it get into your head, but
Exactly.
you give up. Unasema,
For a whole 1.5 years.
I envy you.
Nilikuwa nafanya video kwanza ikienda viral natetemeka badala nifurahi. I was like, hey,
Up to
ndio
now,
ndafanya
like,
aje?
almost 3 years in, yani the fact that the thought hata tu ya invite somebody to my party, hey, no.
Naogopa. So me
No.
once I figured out how to like deal with such scenarios, nikakuwa free. Actually kuna msee mmoja alinisaidia. This guy called Quincy. Hey! This guy alinisaidia ku deal with this problem. Alikuwa ananionyesha tunamu approach tu hivi na akikataa pia ni sawa. So ikakuwa tu hivyo and like life keeps social media. Actually, let me give a scenario that happened it was June 2020, the Genz protest.
Yeah,
It was June 2024. 2024. Actually, you guys saw what happened in June 2024. Genz tulitoka pale nje, we went for protests. My biggest question today for you guys is, do you think social media played an important role uniting us as youths?
It definitely did.
Based on that concept of
Yeah,
how
it-
we came together as one and went for protest because of some few reasons.
It did. Hata tu ukiangalia not only in Kenya lakini hata Tanzania and Uganda, venye kulikuwa na elections in Uganda wakazima internet. Ina show kuna significance, there's something that internet holds that they ndo kama na wanaizima. I think it does.
that is really true.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the Gen Z so huko wana play like they speak out ama wanakuja, they are united?
I think they're doing the best they can, honestly.
Wanaogopa Museveni.
Wait, sasa okay.
Unajua Gen Z wa Kenya, vitu kama zenye zinafanyika Uganda cannot happen in Kenya.
They can.
Can I tell you why it cannot happen? Kenyans always have this natural character of obnoxiousness and stubbornness.
Hey, dictionary man. Dictionary. Tutajua.
If I've said stubbornness, you definitely know. So
Yeah.
Kenyans are always very, very stubborn.
Yeah.
In fact, the time
Also the Gen Zs.
young people,
Young
even the
people.
character of Kenyans. That's why you see us, we're very loud online.
Yeah.
Or we have been having so many protests ever since even the colonial time. In fact, the British people said that Kenya was one of the most stubborn colonials that they had because of the Mau Mau.
Iko kwa
Yeah.
roots, iko
So
kwa
Kenyans
damu.
cannot sit down and just watch a dictatorship as it happens.
Yeah.
That's why even Moi had a really hard time.
That's why hadi nilikuwa naona inaitwaje this lady wa Tanzania mwenye alikuwa arrested na charged for treason because of doing a TikTok. I was like,
Exactly.
this
And
cannot
people
happen here.
are
Yeah.
just people are just watching.
Wako reluctant.
So Kenyans cannot
happen here.
really
Cannot
watch
do that.
that. That is the problem. So Gen Zs, listen, not just Gen Zs but Ugandans. I would actually just blame them because you are the one who's comfortable with this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
How comes is that you guys cannot just wake up randomly and
Just
even
say.
protest and all? Because even Moi had even worse antics more than Museveni. But Kenyans never let him have this.
Raila,
Raila,
perfect
the group
example.
of Raila, Ochuka and everything. They were plotting day in, day out.
Wow.
There were streets of Sabasaba, there were protests, there were so many. So it's also the character of the people that also matters. How tolerant are you? So for me, I've seen Ugandans are also very tolerant to the dictatorship of Museveni.
Man, and
If
that's
they
a bad
wanted,
thing.
they would have changed.
They will have changed.
Personally, I feel like also the Gen Zs alone they cannot do it. No, actually go ni come like so close to home. Kama seme for example you stay in a building yenye there kuna few young people alafu most of the people are like millennials and stuff.
Yeah.
Kukikuwa na issue for example seme maji ipote wana tu like people are so calm. They're not talking about it. Tu umeshinda kuyataka kila saa. What is happening? Okay, kama mbeti. What msichana unanisumbua because hao watu wengine wa complain. Kwa hiyo like why are you calm and you're paying?
Exactly, and you know that is the thing I've loved about Gen Zs. Other Mimi, that is the problem we are facing right now. Like since Gen Zs, we do not want to sit down and just shut up about a problem because we are supposed to be respectful. Just be respectful. Or someone is telling you, this is your elder. Respect him.
A perfect example, Babu Wino being told like you're not supposed to take this seat. ODM.
Exactly, it is
very crazy.
Such a thing like corruption.
Yeah.
I've been in the activist space. Someone is telling you, be respectful towards this politician because he's your elder. But the person is stealing money, the person is killing people down there. So
he's
you're not supposed
doing
to be
anything to earn the respect.
to earn the respect itself. So that is the problem. We have had this generational problem between Gen Zs and let's say millennials and boomers. You see, Gen Zs, we criticize and we challenge. And we are very
we
open
ask
about things. And we
questions.
ask very questions. And we don't like to pretend.
Yeah, so they are hurt because you are speaking the truth, or you are like
You know, most people when you older than us, they don't like being questioned.
yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
They don't
Yeah,
like
they
being
don't,
questioned.
absolutely.
So when you
Like, why are
question them, they
questioning
feel
me?
very bad.
Kwani your parent did not raise you right. Kwani ukwambia you're not supposed to question people.
And
that
and
basically
but
happens a
they're
lot.
really having a problem with it in the employment. I know you'll experience this because you shall graduate recently. Employers are really having a problem with Gen Zs.
A lot.
You know, Gen Zs, they're like, you guys don't have lunch. How you don't care for your workers?
Man.
Gen Zs will ask.
You tell
Like,
somebody
you
tells
don't
you
cook lunch for your
literally,
people.
Ati, you eat while you're working and you're like, okay, why?
Why
And
should I
funny
do
thing
that?
is, ukiangalia kwa like time worked, wanna deduct time from that. So you're like, okay, what are you doing?
I saw another one where Gen Zs were coming with casually dressed. And the Gen Zs asked like, I'm just coming to work on my laptop sitting.
How's my
dress
dressing
code
affected
One
the
thing
work?
work,
that
exactly,
I'm
man.
actually very grateful
Another
for,
thing with niliona
especially
pia comment
niko-
section walikuwa nakuambia nywele.
Exactly.
I was like a lawyer.
especially mimi niko, you can go casually. Unaweza hata enda na jeans.
So, in fact, it has forced them to evolve actually, because I've seen even most companies in Nairobi wanaacha tu sasa people come casual.
Oh,
Yes.
In fact, even
wamechoka.
sisi kwa law firms, they used to say that on Thursday and Friday you come with casual. Casual like a t-shirt, like just the way I have a jeans.
Me
and
on a
t-shirt.
random Monday find me in the morning with jeans. Going
Type
to
shit.
work.
So you know those things have happened because sisi ndo we are challenging vitu zenye zimekuwa. Issues kama you've talked about my hair. So hizi pia if you go to most schools, they've already relaxed.
Exactly. Actually, yeah, in private schools sahi hata watoto hawanyoi.
Yeah,
Mm.
because
Ah.
because we had Gen Z's parent analeta mtoto and
With
the child
locks.
has locks and you want to tell him to shave the
Na analipa
the child's hair.
Ai,
Kwani
aje
niliona
sasa.
inasoma mama ni mtoto.
I also wonder, man. Yeah, for sure.
That is
Okay,
crazy.
so we can end this podcast in style. Tuguze kidogo 2027 unaona aje sasa tuingie. Hata pia sisi tutafute 2027. What's your take?
2027 is going to be, let's say, I always have kept saying this, 2027 is just going to be brutal because we definitely have a president who would want to cling to power and is going to do everything and they are quite elected. So for people like us who are anti-government, anti-Ruto, you're going to be seeing a lot more abductions,
Lakini mjichunge,
a lot more killings, a lot more that. So it's going to be very ruthless because, like I said, we have a president who's very, very unpopular. Unpopular is the acceptance from people.
Yeah, for sure.
Imeshindikana. Unajua unahonga watu 10,000, 5,000 bado anarudi kwa nyumba anasema you must go. So it's hard. So 2027 is going to be a little bit challenging for people who are calling for reforms in our country.
Another thing,
but also again, it's going to be the space whereby we young people can actually introduce ourselves and take over everything. Not take over, but just.
And what's your point of view on ODM right now? ODM without being a leader.
ODM is necessary because I'm also on the side that does not acknowledge Oburu Odinga and all those old tax. I'm a supporter of whatever Winnie Odinga is doing together with Sifuna together with Babu, together with Raila Odinga Jr. That is the force that I want to take over ODM because at least they inspire young people and they inspire the problems that you're facing right now.
Because the main point is like they're telling you like you guys are old. Let's give us this opportunity to prove ourselves.
Of course.
I just think that hawajawape your chance. They should just believe in them or pay your chance kidogo tu.
Exactly.
Vile kutakuwa.
And the people who are there, they're very selfish with their interest. I don't want to be too political because this is a lifestyle podcast. But there are people who are very, very selfish. They only care about getting cabinet secretary's appointment rather than the approval of the people. So they're coming and telling you, as Luo specifically, we are in broad-based, we are in government. But it is that one particular individual appointed. Not an entire community. In fact,
actually, there's this juzi when Odinga was in Citizen Live. Aliulizwa unataka kuwa nini or what do you want to do next? Akasema what the people want me to do. So
that is what, but this other side inawaambia, hey, do this, join Ruto. So that you get positions. That is what they're saying.
So yeah. What's your take on 2027?
No.
You're not a lawyer.
She's non-political.
Non-political. So guys, thank you for.
One thing is, kama you could non-political, the politics will still find you.
Yeah. Na uwezi sema ati Mr. Vote juu haitani affect. Like 2027 guys, go register as voters. Tuwe jamaa. Mi pia sitaki kushikwa juu. I'm the only son by the way now. My father, I don't know atafanya nini akisikia nimechukuliwa na huyu jamaa. So let's end this podcast there. I want to say thank you guys for being in this podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Sure.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you guys for today. And I want to say, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, share, comment, engage on this podcast. Say where you have learned, like comment down there. Say where you think we have done wrong, say where you think we have done right.
Also, nataka tuwewe Quincy na Saint mkae chini mdecide kama mtakuwa tourist ama mtakuwa podcasters.
Mbona?
You are everywhere, like not on the podcast.
Okay.
Everywhere, apart from the podcast.
Okay, the funny thing, ana record podcast right now mali yako sahi.
Walai.
So yeah, actually tulikaa chini tukaona hatuko wote pamoja. So I can have a show here. Mali yako anaweza kuwa na show na ule mwingine mali yako anaweza kuwa na show, tunaweka kwa channel moja. That's rather than just staying dormant.
Juu mnangoja mkuwe wote. That's smart.
So apparently sasa yako na show ingine Nairobi, so ata-upload hapo na pia mimi nita-upload. So I want to say thank you guys, and you guys make sure to subscribe, share, comment, and let's say God did. Ama ni aje? God did. So a wrap, let's call it a wrap. Link up podcast shutdown.